This is a question I get asked a lot. How can I prevent blisters on my pilgrimage walk? Whether you're walking the Camino de Santiago or some of the other routes that I've done, such as the Appalachian Trail, preventing blisters is a big deal. For more than 20 years since I was a Boy Scout, I've been using much of this same system to prevent blisters. It's worked for me, and so far, everyone I've recommended this to, it's worked for them as well. I hope it's going to work for you. Let's get into it. One of the essential elements in preventing blisters is helping your feet stay dry. Now, we all know that our feet are going to sweat, so how can we retain that good moisture in our feet while letting the sweat out? And one of the products I use is called Foot Glide from a company called Body Glide. It looks like a little deodorant, and you apply it exactly the same way on all the knobby little parts of your foot. It's like a protective skin lubricant that you can put on and allow your feet to dry without any of the mess that comes from Vaseline or other products that people may recommend. So after I apply the Foot Glide, the next step in my system is actually a two-step. 2 socks. In a study by the United States Marine Corps, who cares a lot about preventing blisters, they found that they could reduce blisters by 24% by simply going to a 2-sock system. So let me tell you about my 2 socks. The first sock I wear is actually a dry wicking sock. The one that I use is from a company called Fox River, and it's linked down below. But this is a polyester nylon type fabric. It's very similar to a woman's stocking. And once you get over that as a man, you'll start to find there's a reason why we want this sock to be kind of slippy. The second sock in my system is actually a thick wool sock from Darn Tough. This is a medium cushion sock that actually helps prevent damage to the ball of my feet and heel of my foot. It's important that the socks have different fabrics because my liner sock needs to actually move around inside of my wool sock. And the reason for that is that blisters are formed when the skin shears. What I mean by that is if you take your hand and you put your finger on the back of your hand and you push down and move it from side to side without lifting your finger, you can see that the skin is stretching. This stretching and repetitive motion is actually what creates blisters. So reducing friction by wearing 2 different socks that can move inside of one another prevents skin shearing. For more than 20 years, I've used this 3-part system to prevent blisters. I use a Foot Glide to protect the moisture in my feet, and I wear 2 socks, a wicking sock made of polyester nylon and a wool sock so that those 2 slide against each other, preventing skin shearing. If you'd like to try this easy, no blister system, hit like so this video stays in your liked video folders and you can find it anytime in the future. Hitting like also helps other pilgrims find our Camino 101 playlist. If you're interested in hearing stories of pilgrimage from authors and Camino pilgrims, subscribe to our Sacred Steps podcast, available here on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. Until next time, be well, stay safe, and buen camino.